Welcome in. Today, this video is going to be going over how you will get your body composition measurements done. We're going to be using either the InBody machine that you can find locally or a DEXA scan, one of the two of those. I don't want you using online calculators. I don't want you using the handheld things that you can find at the gym. And many times the scales that you can get to keep at home, they'll say that they can tell you body fat percentage and basal metabolic rate, but they're just seldomly accurate. So to keep things even across the board, I would much rather you use the InBody machine. And of course, if you look in the caption below, you'll be able to see the website where I'm going to show you here in a second. However, Sean, the nutritionist, uses an InBody 570. So when you call into his nutrition shop, he's going to specifically want to see that you've already gotten your InBody done. And if it's a DEXA scan, he can work with that. We can certainly make it work, but it will be better to be congruent across the board by getting yourself an InBody. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this real quick. As you can see, I've got my tab right here. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to the website just below here, save it on your browser, so that way you know where it is, or save the location in your phone, whatever it is. But basically, you're going to go onto Google, type in InBody, nearest testing location, or the InBody locator. Again, the thing is right below. So when you get on here, this is for Tampa. So basically you put in your city, you figure out within a range, we'll say even within 25 miles, and you can choose which one you would like to go to. I would just have you choose any of them, because at this point in time, as long as we stay with the same company, there's a chance that it'll be the most accurate. So you'll basically just click on one of these, it'll tell you where you go, and you just get in there. I would recommend making a phone call just to see if you need to set up an appointment. If you don't get them on the call, you can send over an email. But one thing I've noticed, if you notice these, let me kind of move around here. This is a nutrition shop, right? They're always going to be there and they're always going to be open. If we click here, Tampa Rejuvenation, this one, it depends on if they're open or not. But if you put up your spot, so let's say, for an example, Atlanta, Georgia, right? You're going to see you got a couple of them here. I got some people in Atlanta right now, so it's actually easy for me to look this up. But if I click, for example, F45, right? That's a specific gym. So you have to be able to get there during hours. And it's a small group fitness training type complex. So chances are the employees that are there are going to be busy when they're open. So definitely call beforehand to make sure you can set up an appointment, so that way someone will be there for you. One thing I've noticed, this likely will be there, but if you go to like a big gym, maybe even like a CrossFit here, so many places are understaffed right now that they may not even have anybody to help you with the situation. So definitely call ahead. GNC is another place that's more than likely going to have it open on a regular basis. Total Fitness Revolution, go to their websites, call them, make sure, do not waste time going to these places and they say, oh, well, you needed to set an appointment, or our InBody machine's not working right now, or whatever. Find a place, and I'll just go ahead and look this up, because Sean's location is right down on 4th Street. So Berg CrossFit, let me see if he's on here. Matrix Next Level. So looks like, yeah, so actually Sean is not on this list, which is okay, right? He's got a brand new store, brand new InBody, so he'll be putting himself on this here. If you are in St. Petersburg, go to that location. That's my specific nutritionist, the place that I go to get all my supplements as well. Plus the video below this is his introduction video, so you can get to see who he is, kind of get a taste of what's in the shop. But remember, you get a phone call with him to go over your InBody. So this is your InBody locator. So again, just put your place in, and we'll just do another one. We'll say Maryland. You got a couple of them here. So they're a little bit scattered out. So you got to make sure that you look it up first. If you can't find an InBody, then you're going to look for the DEXA scan. So you would just go to Google, DEXA scan near me, and Fit3D body scanner. Basically, let me just click on here. Basically, you just want to find out which one of these locations are nearest to you. So I'm obviously down here in Tampa. So there's actually a bunch of stuff around. So if you can't get to the InBody, use the DEXA scan. Either way, Sean or myself is going to be able to break it down for you so you know exactly what it is. But let me go ahead and show you what the InBody looks like. So you're going to get either a digital copy like so, or you will actually get a hard copy like so. Obviously, it's the same thing. Sometimes you'll see the segmental lean analysis. Sometimes there'll be like an actual body there. Sometimes it has right arm, left arm, whatever. The main things that we are after when it comes to these measurements, this one's a little easier to see, is we're going to be looking at the body composition analysis first, understanding what type of dry lean mass, body fat mass, and total weight there is. We're also going to pop over here to look at that 1788. That's that basal metabolic rate. We want to figure out what your BMR is because that's going to help us understand how many calories you are burning at a resting rate. And then we'll build the meal plan based off of how many calories you're burning in an entire day. So as you make your way on down, when we judge these, we'll get your measurements every 4 to 6 weeks. I do not recommend getting a scale and stepping on that scale every single day. It's going to psychologically mess with you because the weight is going to fluctuate. Remember, you're losing fat, you may be shedding water, but you're building muscle, which is heavier. Muscle's also mostly water, so that's going to increase your water. So you're going to see that scale fluctuate all the time. So do not get on the scale daily, not even weekly, honestly. I'd much rather you just focus on your training, focus on your meals, make sure your mobility and flexibility is on point, and then every 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even every 8 weeks, we talk about when the next time is for you to go in and get your measurements. As you can see, it'll have a little history thing down here, and it will be able to tell you, I don't know if the second one, no, it's the same image, but it'll be able to tell you how your weight is fluctuating. The main thing we want to see is that it's trending in the right direction. If we notice a massive drop in muscle mass, then we know that you're not eating enough protein, straight up like that. If we notice your body fat percentage is skyrocketing, then there's something also wrong with the meals and the food. All of this is what we use to build out your meal plan and make sure you understand what your macronutrients need to be for the day. There's no guessing when it comes to all this stuff. I'll help you build out some meals, build out some ideas, same with Sean. But the thing is, we want to use this so we know exactly what's going on in the body. I can also tell and see, if you look here in the segmental lean, I can see which is your dominant side. And I can also help you understand whether or not we're balancing them out or if we need to work a little bit harder to balance them out. So the main things that we're going to be looking at is your total weight, your skeletal muscle mass, and your body fat percentage. That's the main things here. I wanted to zoom in a little bit. There we go. So weight, skeletal muscle mass, body fat percentage, of course the date, every 4 to 6 weeks we're looking at getting these measurements. If you have any curiosity about the InBody and breaking this thing down, I want you to just focus on asking us. Don't try to just look up all this stuff. InBody does have a very detailed website. You can go to inbodyusa.com and you can kind of look at all their stuff. But more importantly, for you to understand what's going on, we need to know what your custom questions are. Like, what are the questions you have specifically about yourself? And then we're going to go off of that. So make sure that you pop over to this website. Where is it? Here we go. InBody. There we go. Find your nearest testing location. And then again, the main website here, which I'll have all this stuff linked in the captions below. And what it's going to do, give you directly or get you directly to the site. So very simple stuff. Here they are. This is kind of what they look like. The 570 is the most popular one. But of course, people got different ones, but this is what you're looking for. You want to pop onto that. There are instructions when you do it. You definitely need to follow the instructions. So make sure whoever you go get it with, you are, follow their instructions. And I also recommend that before you get your measurements done, you are, like the night before, don't eat a crazy heavy meal, and then try to get these measurements done in the morning as fasted as possible. So in other words, you don't have a bunch of food in your system, you don't have a bunch of water in your system, and you did not exercise in this morning. You got to make sure, in most places, open around 10, so maybe you have to go there on the weekends to be able to be fasted. But do not eat before it, do not drink water before it, light meals the night before, no alcohol the night before, and no exercise beforehand. We want to get as best of a resting rate as we can. And I'll also remind you in the description below this video to make sure you remember that detail as well. Very good stuff here. Pop onto this website if you have any other specific questions, but then like just out of curiosity. But when it really comes to you and your custom measurements and your custom meal plan and nutrition recommendations, get your call with Sean. That's the video below. You're going to get to see what he's about. And then you will also be able to schedule your call with him at nutritionwithsean.com. Just book yourself a call and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you in the next video.